When you're free motion quilting, you have different feet depending on which free motion quilting stitch you are using. This is the traditional type of foot that lifts up each time that you make a stitch. These are more for floating, and I'll show you how those work. For free motion quilting, we go into applications and we go into the quilting tab, and then we go to free motion. Now it's going to give you a message on the screen that says lower feed dogs. We'll do that right now. That lowers the feed dogs. And then I'm going to be putting on this foot. So we're going to do the lockout key. Now we're going to take the entire ankle off and put the free motion foot on there. This is also called the darning foot because you can do free motion over a hole in some fabric and seal it with thread. I'm going to put this on here, and I got to move the screw out a little bit more. Make sure that that little fork goes right around the presser bar. Tighten it up, and also you want to make sure that that little bar on the free motion foot is above the needle bar. But if you're putting it on correctly, it should work just like that. Now you'll notice that the needle can go right down into that foot, and there's plenty of room if you choose to do a zigzag. Now to get our thread into there, what I usually do is, first of all, I'm going to take it out of lockout, and I'm going to do a single stitch like that, pull my fabric out, and it puts the thread right into the foot like that. So for free motion, we want to get into free motion. I've got it in straight stitch. We can also do straight stitch with the left hand needle position, which is a little superior because it helps the hook as it comes around to grab the thread a little more easily, helping to prevent skip stitches. If you've ever had a problem with that, move your needle to the left hand position. Okay, so when we put our presser foot down, there should still be some room here, and as you can see there is. I have a fairly thin batting, so we can get started with our free motion quilting. If you're unfamiliar with free motion quilting, slow things down a little bit first and just go in like circles and loops and things so that you get a feel for, remember, you are drawing with thread. You don't need to twist and turn your fabric, just simply move it forward and backward and side to side. That's free motion quilting with this kind of foot here. Now I'm going to show you with these other feet. First of all, we want to put the ankle back on. To do that, we do our lockout. Then take this one back off of here. There we go. Ankle back on. Now we're going to take that regular foot off of there. Now there are 3 different kinds of feet here. There's the narrow foot. This would just be for straight stitching. And we can use either the QC foot or the QO foot. The difference is the QC foot has a closed toe and the QO foot has an open toe. This one you can use as zigzag, but I also like it because it kind of tends to flatten down the area around where I'm quilting. And so I tend to use this one even if I'm doing straight stitch free motion. If we go to straight stitch 3, gives you this little message. We've got 2 pages here. We can page to the next page. And now we've got the round foot. Now we have the option of raising and lowering the foot height right here. So we can make this higher for thicker batting. And if you have no batting, you can actually lower the foot. If it's too high, it's going to be hard for it to form a stitch. But if it's too low, it's not going to allow the quilt to flow evenly under the foot. We want to have it on default for most batting. So that this back bar here goes right into that groove in the back like that. And then you can press your foot down, it goes right on. Now for these smaller feet, if you wanted to use those, there's an easy way to do that without using the presser foot up down. You just put that back bar into there and then you push the presser foot release lever and it goes right on. So I'm not worried about sewing through my finger because I've got the lockout key on. Okay, let's take that one off. I'm going to use this one. Now the presser foot lifter button still works. And that's how I would get this big one on. Now to get our thread through there, we do it the same way as we did with the darning foot, which is just to take, okay, unlock, that's right. Take one stitch, second stitch, and it pulls the thread right through into the stitch hole on the foot. We just start sewing. Here we go. And then when you're done, I usually go needle up and go a certain distance, hang on to my threads, and then I can do a thread cut. That leaves thread tails. It's very important though to hang on to your thread so that it doesn't get pulled down inside the machine. But now you've got thread tails if you want to tie them off and pull them to the back. You can also adjust the tension of your top thread right here, if you're getting eyelashing like this on the back of your quilt, to make it a little bit tighter. And that's how to do free motion quilting. If you've enjoyed this video, give us a like. And if you have comments, questions, or ideas for other videos you'd like to see, let us know down in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Bye.